Stories are everywhere. We crave them. We watch news stories, movies. We read novels, gossip. Stories are embedded in the songs we listen to. They're used in learning and instruction. They're used in business for training employees and marketing products. So what if your life story was dictated by the very same rules that fictional story writers use? Here comes the little dude. Did you know that nearly 100% of stories, whether movies or books, follow an identical pattern? That's right, 6 sequential steps. Do you think it's a coincidence that stories are modeled after the human journey? Nope, me neither. Okay, so here are the 6 steps. Number 1, the main character, that's you, has a normal life, or what he/she considers to be normal. And the story generally begins by introducing characters and providing a snapshot of what normal looks like. Number 2, something happens, an event or situation. This tends to occur fairly early on in the story, sometimes at the very beginning. Number 3, as a result of the event or situation, the main character has a dilemma, which involves an internal and an external conflict, meaning they struggle in their mind internally, but also with the external situation of the people and events around them. Number 4, the main character's situation looks bleak, and then it gets even worse, scary, and dramatic. The struggle is the bulk of the story. Number 5, the main character finds his or her inner power, faces their fear, and works to overcome the obstacle or struggle. Number 6, as a result of the character's struggles and journey throughout the story, they now see or understand much differently than they did when the story began. In essence, the main character's outlook has been transformed by their struggle. You can take just about any popular movie or book and overlay the scenes on top of these 6 steps. The further a movie or story deviates from this pattern, the less successful it is. Why is that? Because seasoned storytellers have zeroed in on what we all have in common. Events in our lives and our entire life itself follow this very same sequence of steps. In fact, each of us is a story. Yes, you are a story, I am a story. And notice how the end of every story has the main character seeing or understanding much differently than they did when the story began. Okay, so blowing our minds here. Every story, every movie, every life story is about seeing differently, and that is the happily ever after. This recipe for well-received stories is no accident because it mirrors who we are. Blockbusters and bestsellers follow this mold extraordinarily well, and the story genres appeal to certain archetypes. What are the chances that the warrior heroes enjoy the action-adventure movies while jesters and visionaries flock to the comedies? And what about love stories? Yep, those are magnets for the caregivers, orphans, and lovers. But no matter the archetypes, we all crave self-discovery and connecting with our inner power. The happily ever after comes after facing what we fear the most and struggling our way through it. Thanks for watching. My greatest hope for you is that you find your happily ever after by seeing things a little differently. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you next time. I'm out.